What good with the YouTube? It's our boy Reggienofugazi. Hey, back with another video, man. I'm gonna react to the tragic final album rapper Dope B. If you don't know, I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. This man right here was a legend in my city, man. Like, he was a legend. Like, real deal, straight legend, man. Like, he's the top 5 best rappers in my city. Like, hands down. He number one in my eyes. He number one and forever will be number one. Dead or alive, top 5 rappers in my city, man. We're finna watch this video. A dose of mystery. If you come across my video, if you don't want me to react to your videos, bro, just let me know. I'll take the video down. But further ado, though, I'm gonna get into. Oh, also too. Hey, y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? Got the tag, man. That's the eye patch for Dope B right there. Shit, can't you know? Damn, let me see. Yeah. Oh wait. That's the Dope B eye patch. Yeah, top 5 rappers, man.
Between the assailant and Dope B. The assailant then leaves the club, comes back in through the front door with a firearm.
Tonight, we are learning more and more about Glenn Thomas, also known as rapper Dope B, a Montgomery native who was on the verge of making it big in the rap music world. Thomas was one of 2 people early this morning at a Montgomery night.
This is Jason Quan McWilliams. Police say he turned himself in and is now charged with capital murder. They said he's responsible for the shooting of rapper Glenn Thomas, also known as Dope B, and Troy University student Kimberly Johnson.
Darius Thomas was sentenced.
What's so crazy, bro? Like, this man right here, what's so crazy, bro? This man right here was in the man video. He was in the music video, bro. Like, nigga was in the music video, bro. They always tell you, bro, one thing I can share with y'all, bro. Watch the people around your circle, bro. Always watch nigga, bro. Like, always watch niggas in your circle, bro. Niggas ain't always your friend, bro. Like, they make themselves out to be. Niggas don't always be your friend for real, bro. Like, shit sad. Shit sad as fuck.
$85 years in prison for the shooting deaths of Dope B, Troy University student Kimberly Johnson.
The niggas that's in the video was the ones that killed him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they crazy, bro.
(2009). Glenn Thomas, known as the Alabama rapper Dope B, was about to get a wake-up call about the lifestyle of his environment. As he sat in the vehicle at just 17 years old, an assailant would approach and open fire, injuring him in his eyes, resulting in the signature eye patch that fans have grown accustomed to.
You got shot, so I can't ask you how old you were?
Yeah, you can ask me how old I was. I was 17.
You were 17?
Yeah. I was 2009.
I was 12 when I lost mine.
For real?
Have the gun pointed at you to be, does the nigga have a gun in your face?
Nah.
Or you just caught it?
I mean, yeah, we just caught it. A nigga shot in the car.
In the car?
Yeah.
Behind it, the bullet fragments that nearly took his life still lodged into his flesh.
Mm-hmm. Is that also why you wear an eye patch? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's like the story behind that?
I got shot in the eye, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, and I lost my eye to it. I still got the bullet fragments on my phone. Yeah.
Prior to that incident, Dope B was trying to make it through a lifestyle in the streets, revolving around his environment and danger. But that was when he knew that was the option before him.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit hit different when you know them, like know the rappers and shit. Like, well, I ain't gonna say I knew him, but he from my city, so it was like, it's kind of crazy. Like, he was like the last hope type shit for the city. We got other rappers though, you know what I'm saying? That's in the city. We got, Rubber Band, you got DA, you know what I'm saying? You got my partner that rap, you know what I'm saying? Got Cash and my shit. But he was like, bro, he like the last hope of the city, bro. Shit crazy.
The way to survive in the region he called home. Having come so close to losing his life, it forced him to focus on life and try to make changes for a better tomorrow. So his love for music became the outlet to pursue a different path. Dope B didn't stray from that dedication in music. With releases like viral single, Let Me Find Out, his name began gaining popularity as the next rapper to take Alabama to new heights in the music industry. That brought the attention of Atlanta mainstream rapper T.I. who would sign Doe B to his Grand Hustle Records, becoming the step that propelled Doe B to a deal with label giant Interscope Records. Doe B seemed to make good on his promise to not waste a second chance at life. His style was unique, fresh, influential, and he was being dubbed the Southern Biggie for his talent.
Like I told Jay-Z on the 10th anniversary of the 4040, I told him to his face, I said, man, Doe B is the Southern Biggie.
Yeah.
And the man looked at me, took his glasses off and said, what did you say? I said he's the Southern Biggie.
Everything seemed to be falling in place. His dream was coming to fruition, and those that supported him, like his crew, CBM, aka Cold Block Music, were about to elevate in the industry.
I got a project I'm working on right now with my team called CBM. You know,
CBM. What does that stand for?
CBM, it stands for Cold Block Music, but I named the mixtape CBM. It stands for Chopper Bricks and Money.
But on December 28, 2013, events proved that fate wasn't to be. 8 hours prior to his passing on December 27, 2013, Doe B was discussing the opportunity of a lifetime with rapper T.I. It involved flying to Miami, where he would have a studio session with T.I. and industry icon Pharrell to collaborate together. It was already agreed for Doe B to get on the flight and come to Miami, but that phone conversation would be the last time T.I. heard his voice, much less see the rising Alabama rapper. According to Alabama legendary hip-hop duo Dirty Boys, Doe B would have been in Miami sooner that day, but he had a big heart and always showed love to those in the city, so he stayed back to attend a birthday.
Like what Boosie always said, bro. Niggas always die in their city, bro. Rappers always die in their city, bro. Like, so it's crazy, bro, because it's true. Like, you would think you'd be the most safest in your own city because it's your own city and your own people, whatever, bro. But them be the ones that have the most hate for you, bro. Shit crazy, bro. Like, shit sad.
Birthday party for a girl by the name of Kim.
Two people Doe B died with was a girl named Kim, which is the girl. He went to see her before he left to go out of town. And the only reason he didn't go out of town was because he wanted to show some real love to her.
Doe B had no idea that after enduring through the rough lifestyle he had and finally seeing his way to success, that his life would be lost that night. But that was exactly what was awaiting him in the hours to come. Doe B would arrive at the Sentinel Hill Bar and Grill.
What's so crazy about this club right here? In my city, the club used to be called The Rose, right? It shut down so many times because it always was getting shot up because it's a one-way in, one-way out club. That is so crazy because that's the design of that shit. It's a one-way in, one-way out. So you might as well say you set yourself up for a death trap, bro, going into that club, bro. So it is so crazy. Like this club right here, now it's called Centennial Bar and Grill, but it was The Rose back in the day when I was a little jit growing up. Like we always hear stories about The Rose. Like you go in The Rose, just be prepared for whatever comes in. Like be prepared, whatever comes in out of it, man. Well, and what's so crazy this night in this club, my cousin went to this club that night that this happened. She was crazy as hell. She went in. She was staying with my sister at the time. She went in the club. Probably like 20 minutes later, she came back home. And my sister was like kind of confused on what was going on because she just ran straight in the bathroom. And when she went in that bathroom, like, because she was standing next to the girl that got hit up with him. That they talking about Kim Johnson, RP to her as well. And everybody else that lost their life that day too. She said she was standing right by her. When she got hit, the girl got hit. Like blood went everywhere. So my sister seen my cousin clothes. It was just full of blood. Like full of blood. Crazy. So crazy.
In Montgomery, it is alleged that while at the club, Doe B was confronted by persons with whom he had disputes with, resulting in an altercation taking place. Reports later state that around 1:30 a.m. into the party on December 28, 2013, while Doe B was on stage, the assailants returned, alighting the area with bullets injuring multiple persons, including Doe B, who was wounded in his leg. His affiliate, Rick Dog, would be shot multiple times trying to shield.
That's what's so crazy, bro. But he caught a leg shot and died from it. it's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, that was so sad, bro. He caught a leg shot and died.
Doe B. While his effort originally appeared to have worked out, it turned out that the area in which Doe B was hit caused excessive bleeding, leading Doe B to succumb to his injuries before he could arrive at the Baptist Medical Center South for treatment. It was a sad day for Alabama.
Whoa.
But as more details emerged,
bro, that day, bro, everybody talks about it. I'm sorry for pausing so much, but it's just so much about this story, bro. It's so crazy because in my city, bro, we all talked about, because on this day I was in high school. I was in Georgia for a tournament, basketball tournament, and we found out he had got killed. And it was like, it was just so crazy, bro. We all talk about this to this day. Like, we all reflect on where we was at that day when he got killed, bro, because it impacted our city so hard, bro. It was like when he died, bro, it was like it was like city just got, it was just, the whole city was just sad. Like, it was gloomy as hell, bro. Like, it was a sad day, bro. Like, that whole day was
atmosphere was filled with even more grief. Kim, the girl whose birthday party Doe B stayed back to perform in, was known by her full name as Kimberly Johnson, and she was also wounded in the gunfire and succumbed to her injuries, while 6 others were wounded but still alive. Family members would reveal Kimberly Johnson was at the Centinela Hill Bar and Grill that Saturday celebrating her 21st birthday. Johnson, a junior at Troy University, just turned 21 years old with the dream to become a social worker. She was home for the holidays, and the night was meant to be a memorable celebration, but turned into a tragedy that cost her her life. On her Instagram page, Kimberly would post the moment she was accepted into the social work program for spring 2014, right along the lines of her dreams. It was almost eerie how both her and Doe B were right at the point where everything they dreamed of was happening when their lives were unjustly taken. Families were mourning at the senseless passing of their loved one, and those emotions would only amplify in intensity when reports began dissecting just how firearms were able to get into the venue past security with multiple assailants. According to details made public by urban news platforms and the family of Kimberly, Doe B was involved in an altercation with an assailant and his affiliates as stated prior. But what happened next is what placed the venue under a microscope. The assailants were allowed to leave and re-enter after already causing trouble. But not only that, they were allowed into the venue with weapons.
There was confrontation between the assailant and Doe B. The assailant then leaves the club, comes back in through the front door with a firearm.
Unbeknownst to Doe B, he was on stage performing and called Kimberly to the stage to wish her a happy birthday. Her family stated that she didn't know Doe B personally, so this was probably just him trying to appreciate the birthday girl. It was then the attack ensued. Witnesses recalled Darius Thomas and his affiliates throwing gang signs and yelling local gang sets, Southside, Four-Way, and expletives against Doe B. Darius Thomas and Doe B allegedly soon ended up face-to-face, and reports claimed Doe B allegedly shoved Darius Thomas in the face. Darius Thomas then raised his arm to knock his hand away, and a bottle went flying. From there, witnesses stated Doe B's assailant began shooting erratically across the crowd from different vantage points. With Kimberly then on stage beside Doe B, she became collateral damage as shots fired towards him because the assailants simply walked back out the direction they came. With the club now under scrutiny, investigations revealed shocking details about the club's past issues. The establishment was no stranger to these kinds of situations. The club was formerly known as the Rose Super Club and had incidents including robberies, shootings, and even persons losing their lives there over the years, making it a hot spot in the community.
And the bar has a history of violent events that dates back years. In 2006, 3 people were shot outside the nightclub. Then in 2007, a man was shot in Calvin again on New Year's Day, and an apparent robbery in 2008. In 2009, a man was found shot in a vehicle outside the club. And then in 2011, another man was shot.
With the new hit involving Doe B and bystander Kimberly, the pressure to close the club crossed the breaking point, prompting Major Todd Strange to issue a statement that the city of Montgomery, Alabama, has taken action to close the establishment. With the combined assistance of Montgomery City Council President Charles Jenwright and Department of Public Safety Director Chris Murphy, along with Kimberly's mother's dedication to having the club closed down, the pressure was increased. This received an even greater push when one of the injured victims in the shooting, 20-year-old Tim Hamilton, died at a Montgomery hospital on January 3, 2014. The families of the victims would file multiple lawsuits against the club. With everything weighing down on the club owner, they eventually had no choice but to close the establishment, leaving the building an abandoned shell of its former self, hopefully never to be returned to its glory days by new owners down the line. Doe B was gone. Emotions erupted within his peers, remembering how big his heart was and how far ahead he was pushing the city. He was the next one opening doors for more light to shine on the many talents in the community.
Hey, that man was a provider for better people. That man gave back to the community. You know what I'm saying? That man paid people bills. You know what I'm saying? He was God-fearing. You know what I'm saying? He was a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hard gold. You know what I'm saying? You don't find too many niggas like that, man, because the street cold, man.
That hole they were feeling was about to grow even wider when his assailants were apprehended. 3 men were indicted on the charges and assault charges in connection with the shooting that took the life of Doe B. Darius Thomas, 28, of Montgomery, was indicted on August 2016 on the charges of 2 counts, recklessness, and 3 counts of first-degree assault. He was being held without bond. Jason McWilliams, 27, who also wears an eye patch like Doe B, was indicted on the charges of recklessness and 3 counts of a first-degree hit. Reports state that both Thomas and McWilliams were initially arrested and charged with his passing within days of December 28, 2013 shooting. McWilliams was rearrested on September 2nd and held on $200,000 bond. He was previously charged with 2 counts, but a grand jury opted to indict him on 1 count of recklessness and 3 counts of first-degree assault. The last assailant, Taboris Mock, 24, was indicted in August 2016 on the charges of recklessness and 3 counts of first-degree assault and placed on a $200,000 bond. The alleged assailants were apprehended, but the one thing that hurt many, finding out who they were, was realizing that one of the guys was Doe B's own affiliate. Darius Thomas could be seen in the music video for his hit track, Let Me Find Out. It's a sad reality that within that lifestyle, it's oftentimes hard to find people you can trust, and Doe B's hit was a classic example. His friends, needless to say, felt the betrayal in their chest.
Yeah, it was a big misunderstanding. I know y'all heard the story that one of the dudes was his partner. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he come from him being his partner, so that hit close to home, you know what I'm saying, with the whole word, like, damn, the niggas that's in the video was the ones that killed him?
Darius Thomas would receive a sentence of 85 years for the 3 persons who lost their lives in January 2018.
A college student and a well-known local rap artist were killed over the weekend, and now we're learning more about a possible motive in this crime, and we're hearing from the victims' families.
He would express grief for what he did to the mothers of each victim with tears down his face. Each of the mothers, although wanting him to serve time for his deeds, found it in their hearts to forgive him for what he did before justice was served. The 2 remaining defendants, Jason McWilliams and Taboris Mock, both pled guilty to 3 counts of first degree and a hit, and were both sentenced to 15 years in prison. It's a sad tale when the underlying cause of the issue that got Doe B came to the surface, are the words of those that lived in the lifestyle revolving around gang culture and had a close